The sky burned red as thunder rolled across forgotten mountains. Beneath that trembling earth, silence waited. A silence so deep it swallowed centuries. Voices once echoed there, shaping caverns that stretched across continents. Who dug these endless veins under stone? What power-guided hands that cut granite like clay? The Earth's crust hides something older than history, older than language. A network connecting temples, tombs, and mountains. The maps say nothing, but the soil remembers. Listen. The ground hums. The tunnels are still breathing. Somewhere below us, something vast stirs, a secret civilization buried alive. And as the modern world builds higher, the past continues digging deeper. The air grows colder as the team descends through the spiral shaft. The tunnel walls glisten with veins of quartz that catch the light like buried stars. No pickaxe marks, no tool impressions, only smooth, melted stone. The scanners detect curvature, symmetry, precision beyond machinery. Who could carve rock without sound, without error? Below, a carved sigil repeats. A spiral nested in another, endless. As the last echo of surface wind fades, the earth begins to whisper in frequencies too low for the ear. A tone that feels alive, pulsing through bone and thought alike. They are not just entering a tunnel, they are stepping into intention. Hours pass. The tunnel narrows, then opens again into chambers shaped like honeycombs. Air flows between them as though the passage still breathes. The walls hum with a low vibration when touched. The same pitch across every chamber? Was it designed to resonate with something once living? Or something still alive below? On the ground, fragments of pottery fused into the floor reveal no tool signature, as if melted into the rock itself. A voice recorder captures rhythmic sounds from the deep. 3 beats. Silence. 3 beats. A code repeating endlessly, like a forgotten call, still seeking an answer. They reach a circular hall, its ceiling a perfect dome of seamless obsidian. In its center, a single pillar rises, engraved with symbols identical to those found in Peru, Tibet, and beneath the Irish moors. The air thickens, compasses spin, instruments fail. Each heartbeat becomes amplified, echoing as if the chamber itself is aware of their intrusion. Across the walls are carvings of human figures descending into spirals, their hands raised toward light that does not exist. It is not a tomb. It is not a city. It is something between, a memory carved into the bones of the world. The deeper they go, the more the tunnels seem to resist mapping. Pathways twist into themselves, angles fold where geometry should not. Data loops back in recursive patterns, as if the structure exists outside normal space. Mara feels the pulse through her boots, a heartbeat too vast to belong to any living thing. Somewhere below, the hum rises, and a deep note reverberates through the chamber. The scanners fail. The lights flicker, and for an instant, the walls shimmer, revealing outlines of corridors stretching far beyond the limits of stone, like veins under translucent skin. The earth is alive, and it is remembering. The walls close around them like the ribs of a sleeping titan. Far above, the surface world fades into memory. Dirinkyu, an ancient city carved 9 levels deep beneath the Anatolian plain, breathes with air older than empire. It could shelter thousands, yet not a trace of smoke or soot remains. Who taught them to ventilate stone like lungs? Hallways link with precision no primitive tool could achieve. Each junction seems designed to resonate with the same subterranean frequency heard across the globe. Could it be that every continent hums to the same design? One architect, one forgotten purpose. Half a world away, under the Andes, another labyrinth yawns beneath the ruins of Cusco. The same spiraling sigil marks its walls, identical in every curve. The tunnels stretch for miles, intersecting temples aligned with constellations. In the heart of one chamber lies black glass, cut, not formed, reflecting the stars even underground. How could civilizations separated by oceans share this geometry, this precision, this sound? If time divides them, what force connects them still? In the Himalayas, the mountain itself swallows them. The tunnels of Tibet are colder, smoother, quieter. Miles of perfect stone corridors leading nowhere visible. Old texts call them the veins of the sky below the earth. Monks whisper they were carved by those who lived before the sun rose on humankind. The deeper they go, the more the air hums with strange harmony, a vibration that seems to echo not through ears, but through memory. This is no refuge, it is a design meant to be rediscovered. Europe hides its own tunnels, beneath Scotland's moors, under France's cathedrals, beneath the basalt ridges of Ireland. Each has the same pattern: spirals, perfect curves, corridors aligning with ancient monuments above. Some archaeologists call them refuges from war. Others whisper of forgotten migrations, entire peoples moving underground to escape something that fell from the sky. But none can explain the geometry, the acoustic resonance, the precision. The tunnels of Earth seem less built than grown. From Anatolia to Tibet, Peru to Ireland, the pattern repeats. Identical symbols, identical design, identical silence. What kind of civilization could command the entire Earth to follow one blueprint? And why bury it all? Perhaps these tunnels were not made for humans fleeing something above, but for something else emerging from below. As the team overlays the global data, one truth pierces through every layer of myth and time. The tunnels were never meant to be found alone. They are fragments of a single organism, and it is waking. The data spirals outward, lines of light across the world, converging on impossible symmetry. The tunnels are not random. Each cluster mirrors another on the opposite side of the planet. Perfect mathematical twins. Beneath oceans, beneath mountains, beneath cities that never knew each other existed, the same corridors repeat. Coincidence dies in the face of such precision. Somewhere in the geometry, an intelligence hides, older than human reason, older than the continents themselves. The Earth's bones hum with architecture not made by chance. Every tunnel, every curve, every breath of air below speaks the same forgotten tongue. The team overlays tunnel coordinates with ancient sites. Stonehenge, Machu Picchu, Giza, Angkor, Easter Island, and the result freezes them. Each tunnel alignment passes directly beneath megalithic monuments as if anchoring them from below. The stars above match the paths beneath, mirrored in stone and darkness. A global circuit, a dual network, one of light, one of shadow. What was being powered or restrained? The deeper they calculate, the clearer it becomes. The Earth itself may have been engineered to remember. Deep scans reveal what geology cannot explain. Tunnels cutting through solid granite with laser-like precision, walls fused at the atomic level. No chisel marks, no rubble, no trace of carving, just perfect hollows. The oldest layers of rock, Precambrian, 1 billion years old, show the same formation. These tunnels are older than humanity, older than life itself. The team stares at the impossible, technology embedded in the foundation of the world. The planet is no longer ancient. It is engineered. Modern cities rest unknowingly atop ancient veins. Beneath London, beneath Tokyo, beneath Cairo, the old tunnels mirror the streets above. Subway construction reports strange magnetic anomalies. Sounds like breathing through the stone and moving walls. Authorities dismiss it, but the team sees the pattern. The new world is rebuilding upon the skeleton of the old. Humanity, unknowingly, is reviving the system of the builders, reactivating the circuits beneath its own foundations. All data converges to one point, a subterranean nexus beneath the Atlantic. Every global tunnel, every carved passage, every hum aligns toward a single void under the seafloor. The scanners pulse with interference as if something below rejects their gaze. It is vast, larger than any mountain, deeper than any ocean trench. The ancient network was not built randomly. It was built to converge, and if the world once connected through it, then something beneath the waves still holds the core of that memory. The deeper they probe the mystery, the clearer the pattern becomes. Every tunnel, every chamber, every echo is tuned, resonating at frequencies identical to the Earth's natural pulse. Sound waves ripple through the rock as though awakening a slumbering network. These were not caverns for survival. They were instrument symphonies carved in stone. But who could have understood the language of vibration when the stars themselves were still young? The tunnels hummed back, whispering purpose. The builders did not hide below to escape. They built below to connect. Patterns of airflow reveal a design that defies simple engineering. Hidden vents funnel oxygen through miles of passage without a single collapse. Pressure equalized with impossible precision. The deeper the chambers, the more perfect the balance. These were not crude shelters. They were systems designed to sustain, preserve, and circulate life itself. Was the Earth once hollowed by a civilization that understood balance better than we do now? Or are we only rediscovering what the planet has always been? A living organism maintaining its own hidden respiration? Further analysis of the stone reveals it has been fused, molecularly altered, heat-treated until crystalline. But no trace of fire remains. The structure sings when struck, producing pure tones in harmonic sequence. Sound itself may have been their tool, vibration carving matter, tone shaping architecture. These were not builders in the human sense. They were conductors, transforming the Earth into an instrument of resonance. The tunnels may have been part of something greater, a planetary network tuned to a frequency the world has forgotten. The markings on the walls shift from spirals to complex geometry. Circles within hexagons, waveforms etched in sequence. Rituals may have been conducted here, not of worship, but of synchronization. Each tone, each symbol, each alignment may have been meant to merge human consciousness with the pulse of the Earth. The tunnels were not sanctuaries of stone, but circuits of spirit. In darkness, sound becomes light. And light, when resonant enough, remembers its source. At last, the team begins to understand. The tunnels were not isolated structures, but conduits of a vast integrated system, an ancient planetary web, harnessing sound, energy, and consciousness. The builders were not seeking refuge. They were guiding the Earth's pulse, aligning the planet's energy field to a higher resonance. As the instruments reach full synchronization, the air vibrates, the lights flicker, and the stone responds, humming with a tone no one alive has ever heard. The Earth sings again. The builder's design still works. They return to the surface, carrying echoes of a world that should not exist. Yet before their data can reach the world, locked files vanish, hard drives wiped, communication lines severed. The evidence dissolves into thin air. Someone, somewhere, has been waiting for them to find it and to forget it. Old archives in dusty universities tell of excavations halted, reports erased, careers destroyed. It is as if the Earth itself is guarded by silence enforced from above. The truth they have unearthed is not just ancient, it is forbidden. Through encrypted channels, the team receives fragments of correspondence, letters from long-dead archaeologists warning of the hum beneath the planet. Their words mirror everything the team has heard below. It is alive, one note reads, and it remembers. The deeper they search, the clearer it becomes. This is not discovery, but rediscovery. Someone before them mapped the same network, found the same resonance, and then vanished without trace. The builders may not be the only ones buried beneath our feet. The myths converge. The Watchers, the Builders, the Keepers of the Deep, all names for one presence that guided human hands long before written memory. Ancient tablets speak of voices in stone, teaching mankind to shape matter with sound. Sacred texts, once dismissed as allegory, now read like technical manuals. The tunnels were not for escape, nor worship, but for communion. With something older, something vast. The builders may not have vanished. They may have withdrawn beneath, waiting for the world to listen again. In a forgotten European vault, sealed crates bear the insignia of 19th-century explorers. Inside, stone fragments hum faintly when exposed to air, vibrating like tuning forks. Governments denied their existence. Scientists dismissed the resonance as error, but the fragments speak. When placed near each other, they synchronize, creating the same deep tone heard beneath the earth. The pieces of the network were stolen, scattered, hidden, and now, reunited, they remember their purpose. The hum grows louder. The tone rises, merging with the frequency of the earth itself. Sensors register its spreading worldwide, one note resonating through mountains, oceans, and stone. The team realizes they may have reactivated a system dormant for millennia. It is no longer theory. The earth remembers its builders. What was once silent now stirs, and those who silenced it before must be listening again. Above, cities flicker with unexplained electromagnetic surges. Below, the tunnels breathe, the world hums. And for the first time in recorded history, humanity hears the heartbeat of the planet. The hum deepens until it becomes a pulse felt through every heartbeat. Instruments go blind. Compasses whirl. Across the world, seismic monitors record perfect rhythmic tremors, 6 seconds apart, repeating, alive. The tunnels no longer sleep. Beneath cities, subways echo with voices of wind. Beneath mountains, stone expands and contracts like lungs. The world itself seems to inhale. Humanity has awakened something ancient and vast. The team watches the readings rise beyond scale, realizing too late. The planet is remembering its own architecture. From deep within the earth, scanners detect massive movements, structures shifting miles below. The tunnels are not collapsing. They are moving. Walls realign. Corridors close and reopen as though adjusting to a new rhythm. Across the globe, the pattern is identical. What they thought were ruins were never ruins at all. They were dormant systems reawakening after eons of silence. The builders did not vanish. Their work still lives, still adapts, still breathes beneath the world that forgot them. Beneath the Himalayas, the resonance grows loud enough to shake monasteries above. Monks gather in silence, recognizing a song older than their prayers. The tone ripples through valleys and across continents, igniting auroras where no magnetic field should exist. The team triangulates the frequencies. They all lead to one central pulse, a single location where the Earth's heart beats strongest. Whatever the builders left buried, there is calling the world back to alignment. The planet sings to itself, and humanity can finally hear. Across continents, sensors detect electromagnetic surges forming geometric patterns, spirals, lattices, hexagonal grids stretching across tectonic plates. It's not random. It's intelligent. Each surge corresponds to an ancient tunnel node, activating like the circuit of a machine long forgotten. The Earth reveals its true face, not chaos, but design. The builders carved not for worship nor shelter, but for balance. The planet is recalibrating itself. Whether humanity survives the process is uncertain. The tone peaks into silence, a silence so complete it feels like the breath before creation. Then, a single deep note rolls through the world. shaking oceans and mountains alike. For 6 seconds, every compass on Earth aligns true north. Every bird, every whale, every pulse moves in harmony. The tunnels glow below the surface in patterns only satellites can see. Humanity stands on the edge of comprehension. The builder's design is awake once more. The Earth remembers. The question that remains is simple and terrifying. Will it remember us? The hum becomes light. Across the planet, fissures glow from within as the tunnels awaken. Mountains pulse faintly, deserts shimmer like molten glass, and the oceans ripple with inner luminescence. The builder's design reveals itself not as ruin, but as living architecture, a global organism powered by memory. Humanity watches in awe and dread as continents breathe together for the first time in millennia. The team realizes they are no longer observers. They are witnesses to the planet's rebirth. All around the world, ancient monuments ignite, stones singing with resonance, monuments vibrating in unison. The Sphinx trembles, Machu Picchu glows. The Himalayas echo with the same note that first sang through the tunnels. The builder's fingerprints appear everywhere at once, their language written not in words but in frequency. Every sacred site becomes a chord in a planetary symphony, tuned to the same vibration. The Earth itself is the instrument, and something, somewhere, is playing it again. In the Atlantic depths, scanners go dark. The central void begins to fill with radiant energy, expanding outward in slow, pulsing waves. Data collapses into static, and then images appear. Structures of impossible geometry unfold like petals of light, as if an entire civilization is reassembling from memory. The builders are not returning from the stars. They are rising from the Earth itself. Not gods, not aliens, guardians of balance, awakening within the body of their creation. The builder's song merges with the human one. Everywhere, people look up as skies shimmer with light that seems to breathe. The Earth's resonance aligns with the human heartbeat, synchronizing life into harmony. For a moment, there is no boundary between man and world, creation and creator. The tunnels, once symbols of hiding, become conduits of unity. The planet remembers its children, and they, at last, remember. The hum fades, not as an ending, but as a return to balance. Silence. Then dawn. The Earth rests, calm, alive. The tunnels no longer hum. They sleep once more, their purpose fulfilled. Humanity stands changed, not because it conquered the unknown, but because it remembered it. The builders were never lost. They are the memory of balance encoded into the world itself. Beneath every step, every stone, every whisper of wind, their song remains. A quiet promise that the Earth will always remember what it was meant to be. And one day, it will sing again.